Good morning. I'm letting myself have another lie-in, so I'm pre-recording. So today is all about human needs. We have 6 basic human needs. No, we don't. We have a Maslow pyramid of human needs, which include being fed, watered, blah, blah, blah. But I'm talking about the brain ones now, the ones that the brain needs, okay? There are 4 that we all meet when we are in a state of autopilot. So what we were talking about in the week, and they are certainty, so potentially needing to control things. You need to know that if I act in this way, this is going to happen. If I go to work in the morning, I know that I'll have to drop my children at school. I know that people will respond well to me, blah, blah, blah. The parody is uncertainty. So we need certainty and we need uncertainty. We need a little bit of flavour in our life, yeah? We get bored. When we know if we knew exactly what was going to happen in our day, our brains would be really bored, yeah? So we create uncertainty, create fear, overthink. We might go for one drink and let it turn into 12, because we allow ourselves in those moments to be really, really anal and structured and controlled. But those moments of going wild might be our way of creating uncertainty. So it's kind of like a crazy 8, yeah? The other one we need is significance, and we need love and connection. So they are the 4: certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and connection, yeah? Significance, sometimes we will be really hard-faced. Maybe at work we'll be very like, this is me, this is how I am. And then, or we'll maintain this very, I'm a mean boss lady, not mean, but I'm, hard, cold, blah, 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 hard, cold, love and connection, meltdown. I'll have a meltdown. Or I will pick a fight with someone to connect with them. Because sometimes when we can't reach love, we are happy to meet connection at, say, a 2. Yeah? So these are the 4 things that we need, that everyone has their needs met, and they make sure that they have their needs met. And some of us will prize certain ones over the others. So some of us really, really need certainty. So we'll try and control as much as we can. And some of us really need to feel significant. So we may have been made to feel insignificant in the past, or we may have been made to feel unloved in the past. So we'll do everything we can to be the best. You know what I mean? Some of us will pride love over, some of us, it will be love and connection. So we might need certainty, but we might really need love and connection. So we might also be really needy, over being significant. When you are cold with someone or you're standoffish with them, you raise your significance, because you're kind of saying, like, well, my time's more important than your time, or I'm more significant than you are. So the two human needs that our brain needs to feel fulfilled are growth and contribution. Growth, of course, we're all in a state of growth now. Anyone watching these videos, you've put yourself in a state of growth. Anyone that's done anything that scares them over this time, you have put yourself in a state of growth. When you do something that scares you and you survive it, your brain, your Nigel, shrinks a little bit, and your smoke says, what next, Jen? We just did that really scary thing. What can we do next? And then you put yourself in a state of growth, yeah? So that's the next thing that you need if you want to feel fulfilled. But the thing after that is contribution. and I'm going to come back to this, but contribution really is giving back, yeah? All of you, part of what you've been doing in this, you've stepped into growth, so many of you, but you've also been contributing to this team. You've been giving back to other people. You've been commenting on each other's posts, and that is contribution, yeah? So you will feel, this week, you will feel so much more fulfilled than you normally do if you don't normally do the actions that you've been doing this week. This week, you have really stepped up a level, yeah? With your mental health, if you have done the things that you've done, the homework, you've done the scary stuff, you will have upgraded your happiness level this week. And this isn't something that you can just do, you know, you don't just do this for a week. The reason that it's 21 days is, I'm taking you on a journey, but I'm taking you on a journey so that you don't need me to turn your light on, that you can at any point in your life come back to this, come back to these steps and say, I was with Jen when she turned on, when we turned on our light, but I know that I did that because I was doing the work, and that's what you really want to do. But what I really need you to notice that you've done and really congratulate yourselves on, pat yourselves on the back and really feel like, yeah, do you know what, I'm really proud of myself, is growth and contribution, yeah? You took the certain, yeah, and you threw that out the window, and you were like, do you know what, if I put this pen to paper, I don't know what's going to happen. But that uncertainty you tolerated, and the more uncertainty you can tolerate in your life, the richer your life will be. And the way that you do that is not by creating uncertainty from putting yourself in dangerous situations, getting too pissed, gambling, spending too much money and worrying about how you're going to make ends meet. The way that you create natural uncertainty is growth, yeah? When you're growing, but the way you protect yourself from uncertainty is to cultivate in your mindset a real culture of trust. And I need you, more than anything else, I need you to trust yourself and trust the process. The more trust that you can have in yourself, in your smoke, in that you're in exactly the right place, the richer your life will be. Yeah, the growing is one of those things that you don't know what will happen. I know for a fact that for a lot of you, you thought at the beginning of the week, before you started writing those letters, I don't need this. This is not really for me. I'm just going through the motions because I can see other people are doing it and I'm just going to try it out. But you did it even without knowing that what the outcome was going to be. And for a lot of you, it was a real big thing. And you did something that was uncertain, but it was a healthy uncertain. It was a personal development uncertain. It opened your mind to a new way of thinking, and you got to know yourself a little better. And when you tell your story for others to hear, the main audience, you have to remember, the main audience that is always listening is Nigel and Smokey McSmokeface around us, yeah? We are the main people listening to our own story. So when we tell our story, we reinforce our sense of identity and who we are. So growth, you've all been doing that. So you understand growth now. You do something that scares you, but that's a healthy scary, yeah? And sorry, I'm just putting my thing on Do Not Disturb. You do something that scares you, and your brain says, what next? Your smoke says, what next? Nigel starts to shrink. He starts to not be as ugly. He loses his scales, a bit like Nanny McPhee when she looks like a babe at the end, yeah? Like Nigel will soon start to look like a little babe, and you can be like, Nigel, come out from behind my back and come and sit with me, babes, because you're not as scary as I once thought you were, yeah? So growth, that's how you grow. And contribution, and I'm going to bring it back to this, and we will do a whole video on this. Contribution and giving back is your next step, yeah, to achieving fulfillment. So growth, contribution, and you will achieve fulfillment. And this week, I guarantee a lot of you will feel so much more fulfilled than you have for a very long time in your life, because you've been complimenting other women on their successes, on their wins. You have been bringing women to something that you have found useful, and you're not coveting it and keeping it to yourself. You're sharing it, yeah? And you're sharing it, why? Because you are starting to trust that the more people around you that feel good about themselves, the better society's going to be. And that, as a thing, is contribution, yeah? So I just wanted to say, at the end of week 1, I am so proud of you all. Every single one of you that's done something that scares you, I'm really proud of you. The fact that you've watched these videos is huge. You have all grown so much in a week. You have done things that are terrifying, and you've done things that are empowering to other people, and that meets all of your mental health needs in terms of fulfillment. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm very happy for you. So I'm going to leave it at that. But tomorrow, shall we talk about distraction tomorrow, or shall we talk about Victoria Beckham? I'll decide later. But anyway, have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll be back to lives tomorrow morning. And I hope that today has resonated with you, and I would love to hear how you've been feeling and what you've noticed in yourself this week, what kind of growth you've noticed, and what kind of contribution you've noticed, and also how you meet your uncertainty needs, how you meet your need for significance and love and connection. You know, some of us feel very unloved at home, so we pick a fight to connect, because even if that connection is just met at a 2, at least it's some connection. And the fight also means that we feel significant, because then we can tell our friends about how sad we feel. And I really know that I'm saying something that's probably a pain point for people, and you're probably thinking, oh, piss off. But I'm saying it because I know it. Anyway, loads of love to you all. Have a lovely day, and can't wait for week 2. I'm so proud of you all. See you soon.